What is up, hockey fans? It's Jimmy, the mailman Milstead, the commissioner of the league fantasy hockey. It's Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. Christmas is almost here. This is episode 10 of the Storks Desk. Joining me tonight, the man of the hour, the deputy up there in Canada, Kevin Stork. And for the first time ever, he's been in our draft rooms before, if you've catched us on here on the YouTube show. But he is the manager of JUMA, and he is doing very well. They're in the Gretzky division. And these two are playing each other. This is Julio Varillas, my youth hockey teammate from Northern Virginia. Big news coming out of there this week. Julio, how are you doing, sir?
Doing well. Doing well over here on the east side. Finally a good season. I thought I'd have a good season last year, but it looks like I'm doing pretty well this year. So hopefully keep that up.
Yeah, you fell just short. Go ahead, sir.
I said not this week, though.
Yeah, you two are playing each other, arch rivals in the league fantasy hockey. If I could find my stats here real quick. You guys are currently who won the first game between you guys? This is the second meeting this year. Right now, what do we got? It's 11-8 as we speak at the moment. JUMA leading Langley Scorpions. So this one's going to be a close battle, I think. But both you guys come up with big victories last week. If I could find my dang slide from week 9. Last week, divisional weeks. Julio, you knocked off Nick, who has been ghosting us all season. We haven't seen Nick since October, but you beat him 14-6 last week, buddy. You lead that series 3-2 all the time, so a great victory by you. We'll go over your team here in a minute. Storky got a big win over Dave. Probert Etiquette started the season 5-0, boy. And he has lost 4 straight. He's in danger of going over a month without a win. I mean, that's exactly what he has done, actually. But after starting 5-0, I've never seen Dave play like this in a fantasy. He's got to be gripping the stick. But great job, Storky. You now pull within 1 in that all-time series. Adna, I had my way with Dan Hall, the new team. I go up 2-0 in that series. I won 13-7. So how'd you guys feel about last week, guys, in your matchups? We can go to Stork first. We haven't even talked to you, sir. How was the sushi? I had some sushi for dinner.
I did have sushi for dinner. And hopefully this week, I'm going to have JUMA dinner. So, now, Jimmy, you can attest to this. What have I said of JUMA right from day one this year?
Man, your audio. I wonder if it's my audio. Can you guys hear me very well?
Cutting out a little bit for me as well. For Stork.
Storky was cutting out. It was
maybe it is
a little bit, but
yeah, Jimmy.
Now I hear him pretty good.
Jimmy, you're coming in good. Stork is coming in a little shady here.
Okay. Well, Storky was just coming in really good right there, but let's carry on though. Stork, how'd you feel about your big win last week against Dave?
Well, I was very happy about that, and it's always good to beat Snellgrove, and I'm hoping to get back to 500. Sorry about that, Julio, but it's going to be a long week. You and I are going to go right to the wire. You know that.
Indeed. Let's take a look at y'all's series. I want to say last year, Storky won that series, but week 10 here, all time, you guys are deadlocked 2-2. I don't remember who won your match before. What were we? Week 3, I think it was, or week 4. Or no, it was like week 2 when you guys played each other. I don't have those stats in front of me. I guess I could go to the webpage. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna try it.
But 15-7, Stork won that matchup.
Yeah, I got you.
But Julio, you're 5-3-1. You're like a tie. You always get ties in this league. You had a couple ties last year. Those ties prove to be a big-time record busters. You can, like last year, that helped Waylon out. I could never catch him. He always finished a point ahead of me. But Julio, your team is very good this year, and I know Don Cherry loved you in preseason picks. Why don't you talk about your team a little bit? I know your first pick was Nate McKinnon. I think you had the third pick this year. That was a great pick. They're playing right now at Buffalo, and they're torching them. But talk about your team. You got players, Ryan Hopkins, Ryan O'Reilly, Mika Zibanejad, and you're a big fan of the Vegas Golden Knights. I always see you draft a lot of those guys. Well, who's your standout player you think so far on your team, Huma?
I'm gonna have to go with Hughes. He is money every single night. I mean, I'm getting multiple points from him. We've had conversations. I like those forward defensemen, right? They get the points. Sometimes I don't like those forward defensemen because that's all they do is get points. I'm a D man. I like to see good defense. But for this case, fantasy, Hughes is killing it for me. Between him and McKinnon, and I feel like my guys come up big. They have little dry spells, but on a whole, my team seems to come up pretty big. One guy I want to explode soon is Kyrou from St. Louis.
Yeah,
he kind of did the same thing last year. He went like a month and a half doing nothing, and then exploded. So I'm kind of waiting for that. If it ain't happening soon, I don't know. I may have to part ways with him. But who knows with that new coach, new management up there. We'll see. Maybe that'll be a turnaround.
Well, the Blues.
Yeah, what did you think of Chief? I'm sorry, Stark. Say it again.
No, I was going to say the Blues are a mess right now, and I think
What do you think?
All their team. I mean, Kyrou, he's a hell of a hockey player. He just doesn't. He's like the rest of the Blues right now.
What'd you think of Craig Berube getting let go yesterday, Stork?
They had to do something. You can't really blame it all on Berube, but I think he lost his way. I don't think he felt he can get the team back. I think they needed a new direction, and that's just the way it is in hockey sometimes, as you know.
Yes, sir. You guys are taking on each other this weekend. It's a big divisional matchup. Like we said, right now it's 11-8 Huma. I'm trying to find out some of y'all's standouts here. What's up? The Maple Leafs last night, Stork, had a big 7-3 win over the Rangers in Madison Square Garden. I didn't get to watch that game too much. How'd Austin Matthews is the first to 20 goals, is he not?
No, he's got 21 now, but so does Besser.
Okay, Brock Besser as well, yeah. But Mitch Marner's starting to play well, and your boy John Tavares, what did he get? 1,000 points the other night?
Yes, he did.
So he's rocking and rolling. What are you thinking of the Leafs right now? Goaltending wise, Joseph Wall got dinged up. What are you thinking of Sammy? Who's their backup at the Shalgren still?
Martin now.
Oh yeah, that's right, Martin Jones. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more action from at least another team, or I guess you guys since how long?
Well, he won last night in Madison Square, so he was pretty impressive actually. He kept us in the game and played pretty solid for his first game as a Leaf.
Yeah, back to Julio's squad. Yeah, Quinn Hughes, definitely a Norris candidate. Those Vancouver Canucks have been playing some great hockey this year. You also picked up a kid named Lucas Raymond. I love that player. Detroit Red Wings, they got a suspended player in David Perron. I had him. He's out 6 games. Did you guys see that play? And what were your thoughts on it? As Dylan Larkin took
Oh.
or I guess he got a scary injury, and Iran was coming to the aid, cross-checked the wrong guy, gets suspended 6 games. Julio, what did you think of that?
You know, you don't like to see that kind of stuff. I can understand standing up for your captain. And he cross-checked that guy in the wrong guy in the face, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot to say, right? I could say a lot the next day, but in the moment, when you see your boy go down like that, all you want to do is destroy that guy that did it, and he completely got the wrong guy. And I didn't notice until the next day. I think I sent you a post. You probably noticed it that night, but it wasn't until the next day where I said, "Oh, he got the wrong guy." But anyway, I didn't follow up on the suspension he got, but I was thinking that both those guys were going to get some major, like Dale Hunter level. But I haven't been keeping up with that, so I'm not sure what they were doled out.
I think the last I heard it was 6 games. He has a chance to get it appealed, but David Perron, he'll be sitting a little bit. But a little background on V. Stork. He was my defenseman in youth hockey, a checking league, house league, but we did travel a lot. So I never really considered it a real traditional house league. We were traveling a lot, V. But V was a guy that on the blue line would stand up for us, even in youth hockey, man. I love V. He always stood up for me if there was stuff going on. I mean, we're talking high school years, a little couple of hot heads out here and there. We've had some scrum. But V, man, to the cap, he came in and backed up this old beauty here. But I appreciate you, V, back in the day. Number 14 was Varillas. Hell of a shot from the point. Good, steady defenseman back there, Storky. So I'd want to go with that guy any day. So
same here.
But transition, we'll keep it with V here. We had some big breaking news outside the fantasy hockey world. Ted Leonis is looks like he's going to be breaking ground there. What is that over there by Ronald Reagan? A new arena, the Caps and Wizards over your neck of the woods, Alexandria. What are you thinking, V? I didn't catch any news back there today. I know there was probably a press conference from Uncle Ted. Are the Caps moving from DC, buddy?
So that's what it looks like. They've drawn up some plans where the rink or the facility plus a bunch of other facilities are going up. They're calling it Entertainment District of Potomac Yard. So it's not just a rink. They're gonna move practice. They're gonna move their practice facilities there. I'm trying to read here. It's been so one. I have to say it's been very exciting. All the Virginia folks here, we've been talking all day about it, going back and forth. As you know, DC is just 10 miles away. This new Caps rink is going to be about 5 miles away from me now. As a Virginian, it's going to be nice not having to cross that river, because that last mile into DC can take forever. But I kind of do feel bad for any kind of Maryland folks having to come across, because I know Maryland, Caps hockey is huge in Maryland. So I don't know. Maybe it's a fair trade-off. You guys had Landover for so many years.
Yeah,
it's our turn.
Abe Pollin had that Capitol Center, the big. I always called it like a skateboard ramp. Somebody called it a Pringles potato chip, but I love that kind of. It was a dump. It was dark. It was dingy, but I love the Cap Center. But like you said, yeah, we had that in Maryland for years. Ted Pollin finally gave way to Ted Leonis. The Caps go back to DC. I was actually excited about that. I mean, obviously you can ride the Metro, so I'm not sure how. I haven't been there since 2018, and I haven't lived there since basically when the Caps went to DC. Is how long I've been out here in Washington State. But I think it's a great opportunity. I'm just questioning it being so close to the airport. If there's like supposed to be like concert. I saw some kind of setup for an outdoor concert venue or something. I'm not sure how that works being next to an airport. That can't be good. But I don't know. I haven't been back there watching the news. I'm sure I'll read up on a lot of stuff. But yeah, the DMV, DC, Metro, Maryland, Virginia, they're going to obviously keep it the Washington Capitals. I know I saw some fans complaining that they're going to call them Virginia Cap. That's not going to happen. But
I'm okay with that. I'm just kidding.
yeah. But we played hockey there in Northern Virginia. It's basically it's all the Washington Capitals there. I'm pretty excited about it. See how it grows. I feel bad businesses to buy the Capital One Arena. I'm wondering how that's going to hurt people, but that's the way it is, I guess, when you upgrade stuff. But it'll be interesting to see there. I know Scott Lanham of the Nova Fire Brigade, Northern Virginia. That's what Nova means there, Storky. He lives near Julio, so I didn't get his opinion on it. There's actually Julio. There's some guys on Twitter. I guess it's called X now. That app. I saw some Caps fans actually from Virginia not liking it. So
really?
I'm kind of seeing a 50-50, at least in my feed lightly that I saw today because I was at work. I didn't really read up too much on it, but I saw some fans that I follow actually not really a fan of it. So I don't know how it's going.
Part of me wants to be, I think I like to, I don't know what the term is, but be a purist. I'd like to see all teams in the actual city, no matter what city.
Yeah.
I like the New York Giants. They actually play in Jersey. For me, I'm just like, they need to. But I understand New York's crazy. So part of me is like, yeah, keep everything in DC. I like to see Skins in DC, but they're currently where the Caps used to play back in the day. So yeah. I am a little biased though. I know the area very well. I actually grew up in that area. My uncle had a print shop there, so I used to spend my summers working for him. But it's
cool.
One thing I'll say that I look forward to is and I hear it from other stadiums, and I'm not sure the layout, but hopefully we'll have an opportunity to do some tailgating. Can't do in the DC rink. But
exactly.
Very exciting just to have an area where fans can get together, outside of closing down the streets in DC. But anyways, that's one thing I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going on record here, Julio. I'm inviting myself to come visit you, and we're gonna hang out when this takes place. That gives me an excuse to come see you more.
Yeah, come on.
To hang out. I mean, I was always a fan of. I didn't get to experience it too much because I joined the Army when I got to drinking. Alexandria was a fun type town to go out. I know that's not too far, right? I'm assuming there's other stuff to do around the area if you're going to pre-funk before a Caps game. But like if they're building a big complex there, the Metro, I've never had any issues finding my way around it. I mean, the problem with them, sometimes they close at midnight. Sometimes I wonder how that works, but. Anyways, something to keep tabs on in the news. Very excited for you, though, since you're happy. It's right in your backyard. We'll see how it develops for those Washington Capitals. Storky, any topics you want to bring up about fantasy hockey? I know you got fantasy football playoffs on the top of your list right now.
Yeah.
How's this fantasy league, shaping out? We got the Don Cherry rankings behind us. I know he brought it up earlier this week. The Woody Woodpeckers and DB Cooper did not change any spots here. You can't see the way my arrows are going on the slide, but Mark Wood. Oh, you can't see it? Mark Raymond lost, but the champions got the nod of approval. They didn't go down to the standings. Cherry Bombs move up, and Julio moves up. Julio, I believe this is the highest you've ever been ranked, buddy, at number 4. I know I haven't been that high. Washington moves down from a few spots. And look at Probert. Fall from grace. He's at number 7. What do you like here? Storky, you've moved up to spot 6. So let's go to Stork. Your opinion on Don Cherry's rankings this week, sir.
Well, I totally agree with Don Cherry this week. I like to see that he picked me over top of Probert Etiquette, so that's cool. And I finished third last year, so I'm looking to get back at least to that point before the end of the season.
Yeah, big win for Tim Kelly. He's out of the bottom. He beat DB Cooper. I don't think I read off last week's scores, to tell you the truth. Let me go back here. I apologize, guys. I usually have these ready. So yeah, DB Cooper ended up beating Mark Raymond last week, guys. 10-8. Don Cherry had Mark Raymond that week. Mark now leads that series all time 4-1. So the pipe layers, Tim Kelly gets a big win there finally to notch a victory on his win column. He needed that one. He needs to get back in this race, guys. Not for you guys because you're in the same division, but good win for Tim. Like we stated earlier, Langley defeated Probert 9-8. That was a nail biter. What won that for you there, Stork? Do you remember?
Yeah, well, it was my goaltending at the on Sunday that put me over the top. I had a good Saturday, get me back in it, and it was right down to the last game against Snellgrove, but I ended up getting a point, which I'll take.
So Dave leads that series now all time 3-2. And then Julio defeated the Norseman. Colonel's not here to defend himself, but I think the Colonel, wasn't he leading this match, Julio, at one point?
Yes.
Or he had a chance. You just pulled away from him big time on Sunday. 14-6, you beat him, and you lead that series all time 3-2. So good job, Julio. You're up there in the standings, buddy. Mark Wood continues to be the best team in the league. He's at 7-2. He crushed Scott Lanham, Nova Fire Brigade, 14-5. He leads that series 3-2, like I said. At one point, I believe it was 17-1. Mark's getting it all done, man. Goaltending, scoring. I believe he's got Saros, Sorokin, and Vasi's back. So this guy, if you need a goaltender, I'm sure he could have a blockbuster trade coming up for you. He's got a three-headed monster there. Alex gets a big win over Whalen. I talked to Whalen this week. He was disappointed. He let this one go. That was Don Cherry's matchup of the week, guys. Alex leads that series all time, 2-0. She's a new team, and I think she's really tough. She's given me a tough match tonight. She had Varlamov tonight, and he got the win over the Ducks. So I'm going to have to maybe start some more goalies. I got Hellepuck going tonight. I haven't checked the score yet. But Cherry Bombs, 10. Wendigo, 8. And then in my matchup, I beat Dan Hall to go up in the series all time, 2-0. Hall's having massive problems as far as, I guess, depth, 13-7. He's active on the waiver wire. He has injury problems, too. Larkin was hurt, obviously, we talked about. And Joseph Wall was his goaltender. So Dan Hall trying to get back into it. He's only got two wins in his inaugural season here in the league. What, if anything else, stands out to you, Stork, off last week's scores?
Well, I mean, there were some good games, some important games. We're heading into dog days of fantasy hockey this coming up. And every game is going to be important. Some teams are going to get to a point where they can't afford a loss. So it's going to be some fun fantasy hockey over the next few weeks. And I have to apologize for my echo. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll look into that after the show. What's going on?
It's okay, Starkey. I can understand you.
I just like to hear myself twice. So
yeah, it's just a subtle like in and out type thing, but we'll figure it out. But current scores right now, Cherry Bombs are up 10-7 on me. The Adna Americans. This is a must win for Jimmy to get back in the race. 4-5 are the Adna Americans. Cherry Bombs are just impressive. 5-2-2. She's got 2 ties, so basically she's got 6 wins if you look at it. She's not getting a lot of goal scoring, guys, but her goaltending's been phenomenal. She's already got 45 shots against and 40 saves. I guess her save percentage isn't that great, but she's only let in 5 goals. and she's 2-0. So I got to get it going. It looks like Hellebuck's allowing a couple. I probably should have started Talbot tonight as they're playing the LA Kings. But Barzy on my team, he has been outstanding. I want to say, didn't he get the game winner tonight? I didn't see. Might have been the tire. But Matthew Barzell, guys, has really been impressive on my team. I thought he might have been a guy I'd get rid of. He's playing a lot of right wing lately. Or no, is he wearing? Yeah, he doesn't play center at all, really. So he's been getting the center designation on fantasy, but he's been a right wing because he doesn't win any faceoffs. But the power play is actually doing pretty well on the island, guys, after years of not being that good. Tage Thompson needs to get it going off the injury. I'm trying to get more out of him. But overall, my team's been snake bit. I lose a lot on Sundays when I'm in the matchups. But a tip of the cap to Cherry Bob. She's got a really good team. A guy named Lawson Krause on Arizona. This guy, he's a plugger. He could put the puck in the net. Frank Vetrano's had a hot start to the season for the Ducks. He's cooled off a little bit. Gino Malkin's still getting points. The Penguins had an epic shootout tonight, guys. It went 12 rounds before the Penguins finally beat the Habs. Did you guys watch that one?
No, I didn't watch it, but I was following it.
Yeah. 12-round shootout. It was incredible. Some guy named Harkins ended it. I didn't even know who the hell that guy was. Some fourth liner. It went through 12 rounds there. And she's got a guy named JJ Paterka. I think he is a great player there in Buffalo. So we'll keep an eye out on the cherry bombs. Huma, you lead Storky, Langley Scorpions, 11-8. Looks like you guys are getting a lot of apples in this series. Stork up 15-15 in apples. Huma's outscored you, Stork, 11-6 in goals. Sean Monahan had one tonight.
So I think by stroke of luck, every time I pick up guys, they seem to do well. And I don't know. I like to think it was a skill move, but it's more luck than anything sometimes.
You got a pesky lineup there, Julio. I know you're going to drive Stork Fitz. And let's tip the cap to Bobrovsky and Logan Thompson. Thompson's, I have him in another league. He's basically a 1B to Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill's phenomenal. Just a wagon there in Vegas. But you seem to always get good performances with Logan Thompson gets in the action. Let's talk about your goalies, Julio. What are you thinking of Bobrovsky this year? Do you think I pick them? I don't remember if you had them in the playoffs, Julio. What do you think of the Florida Panthers right now? I think they have every bit of the same caliber team that they could get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. I didn't think they could do it.
Beginning of the year, I don't think I had them in the playoffs. I think last year they barely made it in, but you never know, right? They went on that hot streak. I think they're an awesome team, but I didn't think they had them in them at the beginning of the season. But I don't know. That definitely changed my mind. I almost dropped Bob earlier in the year.
Is that right?
Glad I didn't, because he's been killing it for me. Because I think he had a little that they weren't doing well, and I'm glad I held on to him just a little bit longer, and he has just been killing it for me. Him and especially with Hill being out, Thompson is doing pretty well. So that 1-2 combination this last week been killing it for me.
Well, looking at you guys' stats right now, we're only in Wednesday, and you guys are killing it in faceoffs. Stork leading that one 75-61. Mark Stone for you last night, Julio, had the game winner in overtime. Yeah. You guys are 2-2 in game-winning goals. A lot of shorty points this year, boys. You had JG Pajot get one this week for the Islanders. Storky, what are you thinking of? What's causing all the short-handed goals this year? The National Hockey League? I don't remember this many shorties. Yeah.
It's really hard to say. Usually at the beginning of the year, you get a few because teams are learning new systems and people are learning. They're a little, clumsy, the power plays, but it seems to keep going. It's been going, and we're into mid-December, and we're still getting pockets full, short handies. So Yeah, it might be just a trend all season.
Yeah, because I'm looking at DB Cooper and Frozen Norseman. That's 11-6. DB's up on Nick's team. Nick's got a shorty. I'm not sure who scored it. I have to refresh the page, but Nick's getting the offense, boys. There, the Gretzky. He's inconsistent when it comes to the goaltending. He has Ingram, who's been awesome lately for the Coyotes, but every time he puts Ingram in, he gets the loss. So Nick's talking about luck or having bad luck. Nick 3-6 could probably be easily 6-3 if he could get his goaltending when needed. I mean, he's got great save percentage. We'll see. We'll monitor that. DB Cooper is a mercenary on picking up goalies. That's how he beat me. He's already 2-0 this week. The champions. This is their goaltending. You used to have Vanacek there, V. He's got Stu Skinner and Freddie Anderson, who's been on the IR all year.
Yeah,
I know, Mark. Go ahead.
I actually drafted Vanacek and Skinner, and so DB Cooper has him.
Yeah, ever since they played Caps, the Oilers there, V. It seems like Stu Skinner has played a lot better.
Yeah.
At least the Oilers' offense has been alive. So Mark is playing goalie roulette just out like Whalen. Sometimes that works, I guess. Vanacek only allowed 1 goal tonight. He got the win. So that's going to help Mark out this week. We'll see what Nick can counter with. Eric Carlson had 2 assists for Nick. Actually, Nick has got the rookie goaltender for the Colorado Avalanche in. So he's probably going to get a good win tonight because they're up 3-1 as we speak against Buffalo. Moving to the Woodpeckers and Wendigo. I think Don Cherry had you guys' matchup of the week. This could easily have been it, too. This will be a statement win for Mark. He's never beaten Wendigo. He's up 12-6, boys. Scoring is up on him. And Mark is 1-1 this week in the Nets. Whalen is 1-0. So this one, I think it's going to be a tight match when you look at it. If Whalen can get some more goal scoring, he's going to be very much into this one. It's one of those teams. Everybody has their own kryptonite in this league. Mark has never been able to beat Whalen, so we'll see if he can get his first ever win against Whalen. Whalen's got a wagon of a team. Kucherov, I mean, this guy could be the MVP. And if you're not going to say Kucherov, it could be the bread man, Panarin there in New York. And if you're not going to say that, he's got Pasta for Boston. How did a guy like this get all of those top-notch players there, Stork? It's because, I guess, guys like you and me you grabbed Matthews and Marner off the bat, so there's that. I grabbed Cal McCarr, and I already forgot my first pick. Oh, Tage Thompson. Julio had McKinnon, and I can't remember your second pick. So
Might have been
a lot of players were left. A deep draft. Oh, yeah, Quinn Hughes. So, Whalen, offensive juggernaut. What do you think of his squad there, Stork?
Had a good team at the beginning of the year, so I picked them to be a playoff team or a bubble team at least. And what I was saying earlier about Julio is I've been saying it all year that he's going to be a playoff team. I had picked to finish first overall, actually, first or second. And JUMA is showing that I was correct, and he really started to move up.
Yeah, for Whalen, he's living and dying by goaltender. He's got Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. He's probably and has the rookie there in Carolina, Kochekov. And Whalen's a big fan of the Alex Lyon guy. He's not a totally starter there in Detroit, but he likes to start him a lot. So another guy that does mercenary pickups for the goalies. So we'll keep an eye out here. If Whalen can go 5-0 all time against Mark, that would be something. Probert Etiquette has a lead on DuPont Pipe Players, 11-7, boys. We'll see if Tim can get 2 in a row. Tim's 1-0 in the net. And he's, Don Cherry, if I recall, preseason had DuPont as the champs. Don't forget this guy is Jack Eichel. Who else does he have? Oh, he's got Connor Bedard. What'd you guys think of Connor versus Connor the other night? Bedard had a wicked first goal. And then McDavid of the Oilers took over. Did you watch that game, V?
No, I didn't get a chance. Did see the highlights though. Yeah, that was a nasty shot.
Yeah, he's
very
so
quick.
deceiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid's
I know,
got talent. I mean, like, let's face it. This guy's be. I mean, he's already talented, but next couple of years, this guy's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. So that is going to be DuPont's keeper, no doubt. Unfortunately for Tim, guys, he has Kyle Connor, who's been awesome this year. 6 to 8 weeks, he's done ski. A little knee-on-knee action. I didn't ever saw the play. It was, I believe, Ryan Strome in Anaheim took him out. That's a huge loss for Tim. So get well, Kyle Connor. He's a 40-goal scorer. Hell, he could probably pot home 50. So that's going to be a huge loss. I'm sorry, guys. I've been under the weather. Our last matchup, the Killer Bunnies and Nova Fire Brigade are deadlocked at, well, no, that's 9 to 8 Killer Bunnies right now. Dan's been scrappy. Like we said, he's got the injury bug going, but he's got some players that just haven't been getting it going all year. I see he has John Huberto. I feel like I never hear about him anymore. Owen Tippett was hot, and then I don't hear about him too much. Even though those Flyers are doing pretty well, that's the Caps' next opponent. I'll get to see that firsthand. Torts has the Flyers as probably the most surprised team this year. He's still waiting for Vic Arvidsson to get off the IR. And I noticed he has Patrick Kane. Who wants to talk about Patrick Kane? Have you been able to see any of him? He looks pretty good to me. Whether or not he can keep it up, we'll see. They're without Larkin. V, have you seen Patrick Kane back in the Detroit Red Wings? It looks kind of weird.
Yeah, I haven't at all. I'd like to. I like to catch a game to see how he's doing. But no, I have not seen it. I don't know if being pessimist. I don't know if I'm being a pessimist, but I'm thinking. I don't know. I was thinking maybe Kane's done.
They're the team that knocked off the Blues last night. Fashion, I think that got Berube fired. So I think Kane, from what I'm seeing, looks pretty damn good to me.
Nice.
Yeah, Storky, any thoughts on Patty Kane?
Well, I mean, we talked about him on our last show. We know he's a good hockey player, but I don't think he's going to be the same Patrick Kane that we're used to seeing. I think he still produce, but he's not going to be that superstar elite player he used to be.
So, Red are one of the most interesting teams I've been watching this year offline. Over on Nova's side of the house, he's getting it done with Mikko Rantanen, and that ended up being his top pick. In fact, I think he wanted Tage Thompson in the first round. I was ahead of him. I would gladly trade Thompson right now for Mikko Rantanen. Rantanen seems like he's always putting multi-point. You had him last year, Stork. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. Other than that, it's been a rough year for Nova. He's got Ovi. He's been quiet. I still think Ovi kind of busts loose eventually. Maybe not to the same extent as the old Ovi, but he's not going to go goalless from here to the rest of the season. Goaltending is still pretty good for Scott. I don't think he's got a start yet for this week, so we'll have to watch out for that. But other than that, Scotty's not getting it. He had a from Alex DeBrincat, but Scotty's got to get it going. He's 3-5-1. He's the defending OV division champs. Any opinions on him, Storky? I think Don Cherry, that's his boy. He's definitely disappointed. He's picked him this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm hoping for Ovi. I can tell you that much. Talking about Ovi, I'd like to see him get on a streak like he used to. I think it's just a matter of time for Ovi. You can't hold this guy up. The Caps are a young team again. They got some players on there that are long in the tooth, including week. But I still think he can break that record. And I'm, as much as I was a Gretzky lover, I admired him all his career. I'd like to see him break that record.
Right on. It's got a long way to go as far, I mean, the way he's going right now. I think he was pegged to hit 24 the last time I heard. That's the lowest he's ever had.
Yeah, well, my
But
worry
Julio, what do you think?
is starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Julio, what do you think, buddy?
I think I mentioned the two things I mentioned earlier to you in separate conversations. Is I've been to the Caps practice. I remember seeing Ovi, and he was looking good, and so that's why I'm very surprised that there's a lack of scoring, or that sometimes I feel like he doesn't look that great on the ice. But seeing him in practice, I mean, he was. I'll tell you the truth, he was dominating everybody out there, all the young boys and everything.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure that's translating to a game right now. And the second thing is, I think I sent you a link earlier today or yesterday that they put him on the second power play unit during practice.
Yeah.
And
I hate that today. Yeah.
I hate to see. He still can shoot. I think they need to continue with the Ovi office thing, but hopefully.
I think he's missing those backstrom passes.
Yeah.
I think that's
well,
he relied so much on backstrom for most of his career. Because this guy, they knew each other so well, they could read off each other. And I think, if you look at a lot of Ovi's assists, our backstrom assists came from an Ovi goal.
Yeah, the Caps as a whole, they could all do better. I still think they're the worst power play going at the moment. Penguins have been pretty bad as well. I guess they're getting it going a little bit, but I have faith in the Caps. They're doing a lot better than I thought. They're well coached. I like their defensive buy-in. We'll see. They got a big road trip coming up. They got the Flyers, Nashville Predators, and Carolina Hurricanes. That's not going to be an easy road trip. We'll tell a lot with the Caps this week. I actually can't wait to watch those games. But fellas, man, you guys have joined me on this Wednesday night, and Julio, I've enjoyed having you here. I'll leave the floor to you guys for the last topic. Anything in hockey going on that's bringing attention? I know there's a lot going on. You probably can't think. We got the Outdoor Winter Classic coming up soon. I heard there's All-Star games got changed up. A lot of the I know Stork hates the All-Star game. I think they changed up the skills competition from what I heard. Maybe we could go back in that on another show, but I heard there's not going to be as many players involved. So I think McDavid and a couple of players had their input on things. So I think you're going to see a massively overhauled All-Star weekend there in Toronto, Storky. I know you just yawn at the fact that this weekend has to take place, but anything out there you guys want to talk about in hockey land? There's a lot of good hockey going on. World Juniors are coming up. Floor is yours.
Well, you always like to talk about the World Juniors. It's always a fun couple of weeks. And I do look forward to that. The All-Star game, not so much. I'll probably watch the wife knit or something while that game's on. But I world hockey, the world hockey championships. That's always really good hockey with some young players coming up that you're going to see in the NHL today. So it's great hockey. It really is.
Yeah, I hope. I don't know if it's a different broadcasting, but I know down here we don't get to see much of juniors or whatever else other than NHL. You don't get it a lot, but I feel like up by you guys, you're getting all that broadcasting or more exposed to it. Down in DC area, you're not getting it. So I'm hoping one of the 5 different subscriptions that I have will be able to broadcast.
Yeah,
I love
it's good hockey, Julio. You really get a chance to watch it. It's a great.
Yeah, Julio. I mean, NHL Network, it needs to be. They need to fix themselves because I know you don't have it. they need to be available to like all the people that have the center ice or the ESPN Plus, or they need to be more accessible. That's what I've been hearing. I pay for it because that's it's like my CNN, and I have it on in the background all the time. Even when I'm not watching, I'm listening to it. It's my go-to channel, but I can understand why people don't want it, or maybe can't afford it, or just don't have the ability to get it. I guess I don't know, but that they show the World Juniors on there a lot. In fact, every year, but that's how I watch it. But it's always one of the favorite tournaments for me to watch. You get to see the up and coming guys, mostly the high draft picks. So that's coming up in a couple weeks. I appreciate Julio staying up late with us back there on the East Coast, buddy. Anything planned for the holidays for you guys?
Just typical things for us.
Yeah, I haven't even done
Typical
any Christmas shopping
get
yet.
together with family, eat lots of food.
Right on. Julio, you going anywhere?
Spin up hockey cards. There you go.
Yeah.
No, just stay in the DC area.
Laying low.
Back from Disney, actually. I was actually trying to look for
Oh yeah, how was that?
Oh, it was amazing. I'm a big Disney person. I love Disney. It was great. I love seeing some people had some Mighty Ducks jerseys. I don't buy any other jersey in caps, but I was hoping to find some type of Disney hockey related jersey. They didn't have any. I was a little disappointed, but it's still a lot of fun. But yeah, just take
those are cool. Those are very cool, man. I love that series, the Mighty Ducks. That's a good movie series. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time down there. I bet you the weather was fantastic. I was just gonna apologize to everybody this week. I've been like terrible this week with a cold. We'll try to get Stork's mic fixed. Julio, man, you're welcome anytime on the show. I know you're a busy man. We'll try to get you back on, man. Hopefully, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to say that because Stork's here, but may the best man win. Any trash talk before we end the show between the both of you guys?
All I know is I'm looking to go at least to second place this week. I'll keep it at that.
Attaboy. Storky.
I'm going to 500 this week. That's all I got to tell you, Julio.
Yeah, Julio, you should have seen this guy a couple weeks ago. He was eating nails, man.
I don't like playing you because you got a good team. So I've been looking forward to this week because it's a statement game for Langley to beat a good team after beating a good team last week. So I'm looking to make my move in the standings.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I did see you. So you play. You definitely. That was a good game you won last week. I noticed that. So yeah. So good luck, and we'll see how it goes.
and my condolences, Julio, for this week.
Well, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, talking to. He said his condolences, but yeah, Sparky was eating nails. Don Cherry had him ranked really low a couple weeks ago, and he was. You could rewind the tape here on the Storks desk. I want to say maybe it was episode 8, but Storky's coming together right now, and he's moving on up the ladder like he always does. But the whole league, I love the parity. Every week's great competition, and no game is a gimme. And we'll see how the rest of the season goes. But for tonight, guys, I really appreciate you guys. For Julio, number 14, Varillas back there in good old Virginia. And we got Stork, Maple Ridge, right?
There you go, buddy.
Maple Ridge, BC, Canada. I'm the mailman, Jimmy Milstead, the commissioner here in Adna, Washington. Bidding you adieu. And a happy holidays by the time we talk to you next time, I believe. Or no, it'll be before. We'll talk to you next week, Storky.
We'll be here again before Christmas.
Yeah. So. Oh, I love that mug by Julio there.
Just sending
awesome.
Oh, that is a nice mug.
Just sending a cheers, you guys. Look at that. This is my bling.
That's
yeah.
That's a nice mug.
He's got a ring.
So cheers.
I got a ring.
Hey, this is
all right, Julio. Thank you, sir.
You got it.
You guys are the best. This has been episode 10 of the Storks Desk, and it's a great day for hockey. Talk to you guys all upside. Good night, everybody.
Good night.